Hi everyone, I hope you're all doing well. My name is Lisa Tuff, your key hairstylist for this year's Virtual Fashion Art Toronto. I'm super excited to be here. This is my 5th year as the key stylist, and this year we are doing all tutorials for you guys. So this tutorial is for Andy Jones. I'm super excited to be here doing this for you guys. It's a really simple tutorial just on being able to polish your hair. So a look like mine would be fairly acceptable. So what I'm going to be doing is going through and just smoothing that out with a blow dry, putting the softest wave in and showing you guys how to really polish your hair so that the cuticle is all in the same direction. We get a really beautiful, smooth sort of polished look for this collection so that all of the attention can be on the collection and the wardrobe itself. So if you would like a more in-depth tutorial on how to blow dry your hair, I will attach that video for you guys as well. It's called How to Blow Dry Your Own Hair, and it's a beautiful volume blow dry on my YouTube channel. So to start off, the tools that you're going to need are, you're going to need a blow dryer and a wand. The size curl doesn't matter, it's just to give your hair a little bit of movement and texture. You're also gonna need a Denman brush, which is a flat brush, which we're gonna start off with the wrap blow dry with. You're also gonna need a round brush to smooth the edges, a few hair clips. The more you have, the better actually, because doing large curls, the more that you can set them and allow them to curl in the natural wave pattern, the better that it is in the long run. So if you have a couple clips as well, that's all you need for tools. And for products today, our sponsor this year is Style the Runway. And the products that you're going to need are a mousse or medium hold gels. So I have Liquify, which is our medium hold gel that I'm actually gonna be mixing in with the Silk Veil. So it's gonna be a gel serum combo that we're gonna be doing this wrap blow dry technique to get a little bit of hold and like an even prime to the hair so that any of the styling that we do will have that added hold and bounce from the root. And then you're also gonna need a texturizer, like a dry texturizer or dry shampoo or texture spray. So let's get started. So I'm gonna use 2 pumps of the Silk Veil, and I'm gonna use about 3 pumps of Liquify. So I'm gonna be putting those together in my hands, like so, and starting around the hairline. So I'm slowly gonna put that right into the crown, parting the hair down the middle so I can apply that to the roots. Same in the back, you can sort of just split the hair and apply that product a little bit. You can split the hair right in half and apply some of that in the middle. Same on this side. So we've got a little bit going on in there. Not a lot, because we're just doing a nice polished look. We're not trying to cement anything. So what we're gonna do, and this is also in the How to Blow Dry Your Hair tutorial, but we're basically gonna be going high power, medium to high heat with our blow dryer, and we're gonna be following our Denman brush all the way, starting around the hairline, straight back on top, all the way through the sides. I'm just turning my head as I'm blow drying. So if you're turning the face away, it gives you that ability to see what you're doing in the mirror on both sides. So you're not blow drying the hair up at all. We're just keeping it in alignment using the round of the head to smooth the hair out. And then I'm gonna be parting right down the middle through here, the middle through the back to get all the roots dry before I slowly just lean to the side and smooth out the ends with a round brush. And you can blow dry it the opposite way as well. So if you do it all to the one side, see how smooth that's looking already? And then for just smoothing the ends with a round brush, you can just section the hair in half here and straight down the middle. So this being one section, one under here. So 1, 2, 3, 4. And this technique is actually clipping the hair up onto the opposite side so that when you lean to the side you're blow drying, you don't have to worry about this clip coming down. So I'm leaning to the side, inserting my round brush underneath the section, and slowly just blow drying my ends nice and smooth. So you'll see me tilt the other way on the other side. The other main tip is you'll actually see that I'm not squishing my blow dryer nozzle against my round brush. You want to keep that just above the hair ever so slightly so that it's pushing the cuticle down with the heat and allowing it to smooth on the brush so you're not suffocating the cuticle between the two. And the other thing is if you have short hair, you can follow that wrap blow dry technique all the way around the head, all the way through to the back. So you're almost blow drying the hair in a perfect circle, one way without elevating, and down the other way without elevating. So using the head to smooth the hair. I do also have one tutorial for how to wrap blow dry short hair. So if you guys need that, let me know. So up through the front here, I want a really nice lift. So I'm actually bringing this section up a little bit so I can get a really nice lift through the front. And if things get caught or knotted, just grab a section with your blow dryer hand and reinsert that brush with your dominant hand. So as you can see, I'm working on my right side now, so I'm leaning over to the right. If any of this hair on top is bothering you, then just clip it out of the way so that you can lean to that side. Okay, so we've got a nice sort of polished blow dry going on, and we did this all from dry hair. So in the back, I'm just gonna split this in half. Flipping that top section up so that it comes over in the front on one side. You can split that down the back middle. And I'm going to be grabbing that back quarter behind the ear. And then I'm picking up my blow dryer, putting my round brush behind the hair. Okay, same on the other side, grabbing the section behind the ear, underneath, round brush under, and same for the top. I'm just going to part this into two. If you really want to keep things separate, you can just clip that off. And because the roots are already dry, this part should be easy. Okay, so that is our blow dry. So we've got actually a pretty nice hold in the roots from our silk veil. We've got this beautiful volume and liquefy. So those two are great together to get a nice volume. So what we're gonna be doing is actually using a wand to just put a little bit of a soft wave through the hair before we polish. So the hair doesn't have to be sticky, it doesn't have to be crunchy. You can wear your fringe in the way that you like. Call me if you have any questions about the Andy Jones look, if you need any tips or suggestions for your hair specifically. So through the front here, using those same sections, I'm loosely gonna grab a large piece from the top that doesn't go too far behind the ears. So we're kind of dividing the head from in front of the ears and behind. So using high elevation, meaning way up here, you don't need to over direct the hair downwards or to the side. We're simply going to curled mostly the mid shaft and ends. So I've just lifted this way up and did 2 to 3 loops of the hair, curling the ends, but not the last inch. So curling close to the edge. Okay, we're holding for 5 seconds. And when that comes out, we're just gonna hold that section and wrap that little loop around and clip it. Okay, so it doesn't matter that this part is out for me because I'm gonna allow that part to be smoother. So if you have bangs, don't worry about it. So I'm gonna go through my whole head with the same technique. 2 sections on the front side in front of the ear, and then we're gonna do about 4 sections in the back. If you have fine hair, do about 6 otherwise. So just large sections, not curling too close to the root. And as you can see, I'm rolling everything with high elevation and underneath. So what that's doing is giving me a rolling wave as opposed to a spiral curl. So it'll give us more of a fluffy, bouncy brush out after we tease. So in the back, I like to part my hair in the middle so that I can keep my sides organized. You can do 2 curls on each side because they're large sections. We're not curling right to the root. Otherwise, you want to brick lay them so that you have 2 curls and 1 in the middle of the previous 2 sections so that you're breaking up your parting. But here, I'm just going to take my whole section and take the top third, so I'm gonna do 3 curls on each side. So this is an on base curl, and directionally it's facing downwards. So this would never give you like a really great beachy wave. No one can save us from keeping clear. Sometimes in the back it's a little easier for me to insert my wand from behind. Holding my section up high and wrapping my curl around my wand. You want to let this cool for a bit. All right, so in this case, I'm not curling the top, but if you want to, you can, as long as it all gets brushed out nicely after. So when you have your beautiful roller set in, feel free to smoke something. Oh, everyone looks good smoking with a roller set, so you can do a little dance if you want. You can just kind of like check yourself out, let it cool, and then we're gonna brush. So now that we've let this cool, just take out all your pins. And the other thing I actually forgot to tell you is that you're going to need a Mason Pearson brush or soft, even a wet brush to comb out your teasing. And obviously you want to decide whether you have a middle part or a straight part before you do this, so that if you want something on the side that you don't have contradicting parting here, you want to blow dry it in the way that you want it to stay. So for me, I've got all of my clips out. So now what we're gonna do is, for me, I do want a middle part. So for me, I'm just gonna comb that portion down and start to take a section from the top. So this is how we're going to be doing some teasing today. I do go over how to tease properly. The comb doesn't have to be perfect. Mine's in a little bit rough shape, but I love these guys because the teeth are so close together. So this section is going to be going forwards. So when the section is going forwards, you always want your tease to be underneath. So I'm going to be inserting the comb, pushing down, and making sure you exit the comb before reinserting it just a few inches higher. So pushing down and making sure you exit the comb so you're not brushing out that tease with you. So just until you get movement in the hair. And you're also going to need like a medium hold hairspray. It's not necessary, but it is nice to have. So Style the Runway has a fantastic hairspray called Beauty Queen, where we have the option to have a light, medium, and strong hold hairspray. So I'm going to go on the light so that I have something really mild just to spray. And I'm going to take my section in front of that. So I'm basically back combing my fringe first. And then we're grabbing our previous section, teasing that together, a little bit of hairspray. So we'll let that just hang out directionally forwards and start to take sections diagonally from the back to the very top of the crown. So our sections are going to be slowly marrying over as we're doing a rounded sectioning layer by layer. So taking large sections is fine. You can hold them up. And slowly teasing down. Because we have a large section and we're holding the hair straight up in the air, you really need to make sure that the comb goes all the way through your section before pushing down. As well, a little hairspray, pushing that over as we slowly work down the head. Okay, so letting all of that come up and over. Nice long section that goes right to my tees in the back. Okay, so just give it a little spray. Overall, I'm sure a lot of you are gonna like this look, where your hair is just like big and wild. If you want it to be really big, I'm sure you can have some fun with it. If you guys just wanna be 60s for a minute, you can do one of those. Okay. So there's if you just want big hair day, but what we're gonna do is brush my front part down. And we're gonna brush everything directionally, very lightly, just on that surface layer. And slowly, very gently combing out what is on the surface only, leaving that tease in the roots. And trying to really just get that hair to look polished. Done. It can have a little rolling wave to it. It's okay if it smooths out quite a bit, but we want that nice finish. I'm slowly just gonna move my fringe back here. And then once you like something where it is, especially on this underneath, you can just use your light spray. And slowly just glazing your hands over the surface to allow that hair to just be nice, smooth, polished, whatever feels most natural for you. So I can feel there's like a big lump here. So I'm just gonna go through and comb that out a little bit. And then if you need that little tiny bit of extra polish, you can just go in, use a little tiny bit of the liquid veil. We'll be sending you guys out a code if you'd like to order some stuff online. So I'm slowly just moving that silk veil with on my palms down through the rest of my hair just to really polish that. You can also scrunch the hair once it's really polished. Okay. And then if you are uncertain of the fringe like I am right now, you can sort of start to see what you might be able to do with it. And I think for me right now, I can slick this up and over, and that actually looks pretty good. So finding a way that works, that looks good on you. I could also kind of go up and over in the other direction, and even give myself a nice little swoop in through this area. So whichever direction you go, just make sure you have a nice polished feel to the hair so that you feel beautiful. And good luck. I can't wait to see you guys on the runway.